Last weekend, I was fortunate to talk with Ketch Secor of Old Crow Medicine Show, the man who wrote Wagon Wheel, the 2013 CMA Single of the Year, 2014 ACM Song of the Year, 2014 Best Country Solo Performance Grammy winner, and 11-time platinum song covered by Darius Rucker. Ketch is a unique, energetic personality, but after our conversation, I've come to realize that what you see on stage is exactly what you'll get out of him off stage. His enthusiasm for his bandmates, everyone he's met along the way, and especially his fiancée Molly Tuttle, is admirable. His perspectives towards music seemed philosophical. In this interview, you'll catch a glimpse of his wisdom, you'll hear his side of the story about how Wagon Wheel got its name, and even see him pay tribute to the troops. I hope you enjoy this first interview on Iron Sight Country. Ketch, you're a legend of the game. Thanks for talking.
Hey, thanks, man. Glad to be a part of the show.
You and Old Crow have been around since the late 90s. You've had many musical experiences. Is there any one that could take the top spot?
Fellers, gals, gents, I don't know. It's been such an amazing run. 28 years now I've been playing music for a living. You know, there's some people I still haven't met yet, but, you know, I got to shine Merle Haggard's shoes. I got to visit with Chris Christopherson, sing with Ringo Starr. Most of all, I got to bring my band of merry pranksters out into the world and enjoy my fellowship with them. You know, the work we do, it's kind of like we're in the infantry.
Of course. Of course. Is there anyone that you've enjoyed working with the most?
My partner, Molly Tuttle, is almost like I've just been waiting my whole life to meet somebody that I could sing in harmony with this way. My partner, Willie, who is with us on this run, who's a founder of the band with me. It's been wonderful singing with an old friend, Critter, who I started the band with, and I go back to the 7th grade with. But really, since I met Molly, it's like I finally found a woman that I'm in love with. That, because you know, like I love these boys, but I don't love them.
I know what you mean. A lot of shining stars in bluegrass. We've got Billy Strings, the Mountain Grass unit, and I was wondering if anyone's been on your radar.
Yeah, you know, I just love all this young talent that's coming out, but I'm not very good at you know, social media, and I grew up without a smartphone. I grew up in the cassettes and payphones era, so it makes it a little bit more of a challenge to really know what's going on and like who the tastemakers are. This music is in great hands, and the, you know, current the pendulum swing of the importance of American traditional music, I don't know that it's ever swung so high, certainly not in my lifetime, as it is right now.
I gotta know, what's your favorite song to perform live?
I don't know that I have a favorite of anything. I don't really deal in favorites.
Okay.
For me, it's just like, it's a flow. It'd be like saying to the surfer, what's your favorite wave out there? You know, they're all waves. And the fact that we get to ride them, generally, I'm just trying to ride the wave as best I can when it comes up. I definitely have songs that I don't like playing or don't play, but even, you know, like on this tour, we've dusted off a lot of stuff that I haven't done in years. And it's amazing to feel how a relationship with a song can change. Yeah. You know, there's songs that I used to love that I don't like no more. But give me a couple more years, I might dig them again. It'd be foolish not to point out that a founding member of our band enlisted, went to Fort Benning, Georgia in a long time ago. Kevin Hayes lied about his age and made his way from Haverhill, Mass, all the way to Fort Benning, Georgia, and had the time of his life serving his country. It was fun working with a vet all those years in the band. I think it helped kind of orient the show, the songwriting. You know, we write a lot of songs about times of war, about peace. We'd write a lot of songs. Just the Vietnam era guys, they were hugely influential to me. You know, as a traveler in this country, like who was going to pick you up hitchhiking in the 90s and in the early 2000s? Put your thumb out. This is like a magnet to a Vietnam vet. They just come right to you. That's what happened to me. And so I got brought into all these wonderful short relationships. Might have been a night, a day, could have been a couple years. We just buried probably my greatest friend, the guy who put the, get this, I met this vet and, he was, pill popping and, on the wrong pathway. But he met us and he straightened out a little bit. One day we were doing a show, this is 25 years ago, in front of about 15 people in Hickory, North Carolina. And he comes up to me in the parking lot after he had sold a big bottle of pills. He comes up to me, he got one tooth, says, "Ketch, you just need to be playing that Wagon Wheel about every night." Well, I thought about that and I thought, Wagon Wheel, that's a good name. I'd never called it that before. The song's called Rock Me Mama. That's it. I never called it no damn Wagon Wheel. But my friend, Sergeant James Sizemore, he was Randy when he'd been drinking. James when he was on the level. But he's the guy that gave it that name. I love my Vietnam vets. I think a lot about the guys over there at the VA hospitals. You guys are really in my thoughts and prayers. I think about you all the time. How we return our service women and men into our society says everything about our society. So every time I'm at the red light and a man with a cardboard sign that says "Help a Vet," every time I read about the staggering suicide rate among returning U.S. service members, is a major fault of our society, that we are unable to better care for the people who care so much for us. There's a lot of work to do, and I trust that your generation of U.S. servicemen and women are going to lead the way. I hope you will. I'm here to support it any way I can, and you got the Old Crow's love and attention for whatever you guys are up to. We love you. And I just want to say all my love and gratitude to every man and woman out there who serves. We know that you're doing the hardest job in America. We know it. And we first became aware of that knowledge probably at about 25 years old, or I did, when I first started getting letters from APO addresses around the world and people reaching out and saying, "Your song touched my heart, made me feel like Kentucky was a little closer than Kandahar." So I know you guys are out there working really hard, and just want you to know that we love you and we hope you're safe, and we appreciate what you're doing, the sacrifice that you're making, particularly you guys that have kids. I don't know how you do it, and I don't know how your spouses do it. It must be really challenging. I live really close to Fort Campbell, so I see you guys at the Kroger. I see your wives when your husbands are away with those kids. I see your husbands when your wives are away with those kids. And I know the hard work that you guys are doing. So thank you from all the Old Crows, but especially from everyone out here. We all love you. Thanks.